Most Americans are about to see their electric bill go up because of Trump and the Republicans' big, beautiful bill. And here in Missouri, we're going to see the biggest increase in the country. And all of my representatives voted for it. Holly, Schmidt, and Wagner. And because of them, Missouri households are going to pay an average of $53 more a month just to keep the lights on. That's a 30% increase. And while that might not seem like very much to them because they're rich, to an average working person, it's going to be brutal. Think if you're a senior living on $1,500 a month Social Security, you just lost 4% of your income. Or if you're a working class person, stretched to the limit, this is going to break you. You might have to choose between groceries, gas, or keeping the lights on. And this just didn't happen. Republicans in D.C. and my representatives backed this plan to cut subsidies that help keep prices stable for their constituents. Not that those subsidies are gone, we're left picking up the tab. These politicians lied to us. They promised they were going to help the working people. They said they were going to lower costs. But really, all they did was help corporations squeeze us a little harder like we all knew they would. 30% higher bills every month. That's what we're going to pay. And the next time they come asking for your vote, please remember this and pick someone else.
Your electric bill in Illinois is skyrocketing, and meanwhile, the state is exporting power like we've got energy to burn. So where's your money going? Hello, my fellow overtaxed citizens. Here's your daily update. Illinois has over 45,000 megawatts of generating capacity, and that's enough to light up the whole state and then some. We are a net exporter of electricity, meaning we make more than we use. So why are your rates still exploding? Well, because the geniuses running the regional grid, PJM and MISO, jacked up the capacity auction prices, and now your utility company gets to pass those extra costs directly onto you. ComEd and Ameren, they're just the middlemen, and you're footing the bill for a broken market system. And let's not forget about the billions in subsidies for wind and solar while we retire reliable baseload coal and nuclear plants. Then policymakers act baffled when the grid strains and your bill explodes as if they didn't create this damn mess to begin with. As far as I'm concerned, they all need to be fired. This is not a supply issue, it's a policy failure dressed up as green progress, and it's turned into nothing more than a green nightmare for your family's budget. You're paying more, not because we're running out of electricity, but because bureaucrats and lobbyists rigged the system and not in your favor. The lights are on, but the crooks behind the switchboard are cashing checks while your wallet burns. Comment if your electric bill doubled this summer and share with someone who's sick of paying more for less. The full story is in the link in my bio. Read it before they quietly delete it, and stay tuned for more outrageous electric bills, Doge, and Trump administration updates.
I want to know how people are surviving. Because if your electric bill looks anything like mine or close to it, I mean, mind you, I have a 2-family home, but it has 3 floors. My tenant does pay her own utilities. I am in charge of my floor and the basement, you can say. And this is what it came out to. It's usually like $400. In the summer, it could probably be like $500 because of the central air. And I do have a pool. But this is crazy. I don't know how people are going to survive this. I live in New Jersey. I know that it's in other states also, but I live in and it's not even the best town. I live in an expensive town. Rents here are astronomical. They're just insane. And being able to pay your rent and then you have to pay a bill that's this high, or even let's say in the 500s. How are people even doing it? How are people surviving? I just don't get how a governor, a mayor, anybody can really allow this to happen to your people who vote for you. And I'm not even a political person at all. But this is crazy. I don't know how people are going to make it. They're going to be paying their rent and sitting in the dark because who can afford this? I am so grateful that right now, because anything can change, we can afford to pay for this. But who's to say next month or the month after, if something happens, we can't afford that. We wouldn't be able to afford that. I don't know how people are doing it. People that have young kids, this is crazy. And they're just doing it. They're just sticking it up our asses, and we just have to figure it out. We just literally have to figure it out. We've been figuring it out for many years, and it's just getting worse and worse. Something's got to give. I wouldn't even know where to even begin because I'm not into politics. I'm just dumb as a doorknob when it comes to any of those things. But this just opened my eyes. My husband went yesterday to pay the bill, and it was $1,900. And he's like, where? They wouldn't give him any information because his name is not on the bill. So I looked at it this morning, and look at me. I have like hives because I just can't believe it. And I feel for people that have to pay something like this and can't really afford it because you're not even making that much money either. Like, minimum wage is insane. I just can't. I don't know how people are going to survive this. It stresses me out. Like, it really stresses me out. At this point, all I could do is hope and pray. Really, because I really wouldn't know what to do, how to do it. Like, I don't even know what is this? Delivery? What the hell is anybody delivering? Nobody ever came to my door to deliver shit. And then you get like a little bit of a break on the first 600 kilowatts, and then it goes up after that. Like, what? No, this is insane. And you could see I didn't even really use that much from June to July. No. Let me know anybody else is like stressing. I don't even know what to do.
My electric bill is $314.89. See, if you don't believe me, $314.89. That's crazy. Is anybody else's electric bill that high? This is the highest one we've had this year. And I remember in the summers when it used to be $150, and I thought that was crazy high. Now it's $314. Why? Why is it so expensive? We do live in Kentucky, so it does get really, really hot here. But like I said, our bills have never been over $300 like they are now. We leave our air conditioning on 73 pretty much 24/7. So I don't think that's super, super low or anything. We don't have like a pool or a hot tub, although I would love a hot tub. We don't have anything like that we run. We just have a regular house. It is 2 stories, so we do have 2 units, air conditioning units. But our house is only 2,400 square feet about. $314.89. To me, that is way too expensive. How much was your electric bill this month, if you don't mind sharing?
Let's start a thread. What's your electric bill? Mine was $203 for the month of July, which is $61 cheaper than it was last month, which was $144. Now, June was a very mild month in the Northwest. It was actually cold, is what it felt like, to me anyway. So the AC wasn't running too bad, so $144 kind of makes sense. What I want to talk about, though, is I made this same post last month. What's up with everywhere else charging so much for their electric? It was astronomical in some of the comments. Okay, some of the ones that stick out to me was California. California's broken, I swear. People are, over $1,000 easily. Arizona, another one. That one, same, over $1,000. And then the other one that I guess kind of shocked me was Illinois. Dude. Okay, I don't know if these people are trolling me or they're just like, what are they doing in their house? I can see if you got, there's so many factors here. I don't know what they're doing in their house. Close the door. AC's just kicking up. Anyways, what was your electric bill for the month of July? Mine was $203. I'm not complaining. What was yours?
Pretty soon, your electric bill could cost more than your mortgage or your rent, and a lot of it is Donald Trump's fault. Today on the Find Out podcast, we spoke with oil and gas expert and TikTok personality, Mr. Global, about the policies that Donald Trump is implementing and how that's going to drive electricity prices up higher than we've ever seen them before. And it's a mixture of things. One is that the AI data centers take so much energy that it is driving up the demand for electricity. And Donald Trump's big bullshit bill cut renewable subsidies, so we're not generating as much renewable energy. So it's a supply and demand issue. Now, Mr. Global is a lot smarter than I, so I recommend you go check out our episode that just dropped today. It's available wherever you get podcasts, but you really need to listen to this one because your bills are about to get a lot higher, unfortunately.